This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store, Forged Irish Stout, freebets.com. Delighted to be joined with big Frazer Clarke. We're here. It's almost fight night, March 31st. You take on Fabio Wardley. A fight that needs no introduction. The talking's really done now after the press conference. But how are you? How are you feeling going into this one?
I'm all good. You say Forged Irish Stout then?
Yeah, I did, mate.
Yeah, I'm trying to get in touch with the geezer, man. Come on, holler at me, boys. Not just for the sponsorship. I want a few cases of beer as well. Let's go.
After the fight.
Yeah, after.
I was going to say, how are you feeling going into this one? A massive fight for yourself, biggest one of your professional career so far.
Yeah, it's a big one. It's an exciting one. You know, we're here now, and you know what? It's time for me to enjoy myself because you can take this as serious as you want. Yeah, you know what I need to remember. This is what I wanted my whole life, and I'm here. I'm headlining the O2. I've been there as a security guard and as a fan. I'm there as a fighter now, and I feel blessed to be here.
I was going to say that, you know, go back to, I suppose, I'll say round one of Anthony Joshua versus Dillian Whyte. It all kicked off in the ring. You standing on the posts, and now you're going to be inside the ropes. Is it sort of a special feeling to think all that now?
That fucking big Dean White coming towards me. I'm thinking, oh my God, here we go. Yeah, it's a bit surreal, but you don't buy into it too much. It is what it is, and yeah, I'm happy. You know, I'm going to enjoy this moment, and there's nothing no one can do or say to stop my shine because I've seen it all now. I heard it all. Like I say, I'm numb to it. I went through that purse bid situation, and it made me numb to all the negativity. You know, I'm a positive person, and I'm here. I'm going to enjoy my job and do my job well come Saturday.
And with this fight, you know, in all your fights, you've been arguably the favourite and by a long way. This fight is different. Many people call you the underdog. When you take that into training and training for someone that you know you may have to sort of swim in there in a sense, you may get wet. Do you feel like you've trained harder for this than maybe any other one before in professional?
100%. I think the people around you can tell me that. You know, even like from my missus to my mum and dad, and that the kids about to go through it. You know, everyone's been through it. The hard work, the body aching, the mood swings, the saying no to things. But it's been fantastic. You know, I've enjoyed it. It's let me know what real life professional boxing's about. Them early fights, that's not real pro boxing because you come off the sofa and you beat them guys. Not with this guy. This guy, you know, I'm looking at him as we speak now, and he's locked in, he's focused, he's in shape, and he's coming to win.
Is there an excitement factor for you? Know that you may, as I said, you may get wet in this. So is there something exciting about that?
We don't aim to get wet, but the reality is we might just get that. You know what I mean? We've got the rain mac on and the umbrella just in case, but it don't excite me. What excites me is performing, and I think we're going to do just that.
I suppose for yourself, it is I mean, you even said it yourself. Fabio is the puncher in this fight. Important for yourself not to get dragged in a brawl or not get dragged into something that he would want. Yeah. Do you feel like you could match him at that?
I mean, if you're a fighter, then yeah, of course you try to box your fight. But if I have to go there, if we have to take it there, we can take it there. You know. But this game you can't plan. It's not a dance routine, you know. Boxing, it's reactive. It's what happens in certain situations, and them decisions are big decisions, and you have to make them in a split second. And I'm well equipped to do that.
I did want to reference the gloves are off because there was an interesting point raised, and I do find it an interesting point anyway. Your GB experience, your Olympic experience is something that, you know, needs no question. You know, you've been there, done there, wore the T-shirt. You and Fabio were talking about your experience, and Fabio said you've had an easier path. Do you find that disrespectful because it is always the narrative with GB guys that they've always had sort of it gets downplayed, an easier path, but do you ever find that disrespectful to hear that?
Not disrespectful, just nonsense, because you know what? Every single fighter that was from Great Britain up on this stage tried to go into Team GB. They tried to go to the Olympics. And if they say they didn't, they're lying. And if they say they didn't, then they didn't, then they're stupid. It's an honour to represent your team, your country at the Olympics. It's an absolute honour. You know, I hold it real pride. But to say easy, if it was that easy, Gorman would have stuck at it. The bar would have stuck at it. There's a lot of people that would have stuck at it. You know, I'm just talking heavyweights here. But every fighter in the UK, I can tell you who's been on that squad and who hasn't. I can tell you who hacked it. I can tell you who left because, you know, they didn't feel the opportunity was going to come for them. They're probably number 2 or 3. So, but to say it's easy, we could sit here for hours and I can tell you about the experiences, the ups and downs. But to say that representing your country is easy, it's a bit of a silly statement because he's never walked in them shoes, and I don't think he could have.
You said it yourself, and you got a text from it. is it all or nothing for yourself? Could you bear losing to the white collar guy in a sense? Is the amateur record, is it holding? Is it the biggest sort of is your amateur record? Is it holding on your shoulders?
Well, I'd say so, yeah. But I don't feel that as a pressure. I feel like that as a privilege, if I'm honest. Like, I'm very proud to represent the culture of amateur boxing. Change my life and also change so many others. But saying that, I'm not knocking, the white collar scene, and I felt like I did a little bit beforehand. But you know what? I think boxing's a sport that's keeping people, doing good things and making moves. So, fair play to anyone that's putting the gloves on and having a go. It's not easy.
Just a final one from myself. We're talking about preparation of camp off camera. One of my good friends, Joe Bourne, I suppose he's been doing a lot of rounds with you. What can you sort of talk about the rounds? And he's upcoming, he's turning pro, so what can we expect from him?
Yeah, again, if Fabio's got quicker hands than Joe, fucking fair play to him, mate. For the size of the man, he's got unbelievable fast hands. A lovely fella. I think he knows he's got a bit to work on, like we all have. And by coming to the gym, sparring with me and sparred with Richard, and by doing that and showing the willingness to do that, he's heading in the right direction. And I'm looking forward to following his journey, because with my sparring partners, Joe and Arlo, I'm not just picked up, sparring partners. I've become friends and fans of them. So best of luck to them, and I think Joe Bourne needs to be a name that should be on the tongue of all these promoters, because I think he can do something exciting, and I think he's going to shock a few people. Don't get me wrong, he doesn't look like Anthony Joshua, but he can do the business when he lets his hands go. Let me tell you.
Absolutely, Frazer. I want to say thank you for taking time to speak to me, and all the best on Sunday night, mate. Top man. Thank you, mate. Cheers.